I just got word 15 minutes ago that my lawyers and folks met with the U.S. trustee over our bankruptcy this morning, and they said they're shutting us down even without a court order. This morning, the Connecticut Democrats with the Onion newspaper bought us. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to be here until they come in here and turn the lights off. And I'm going to say, where's your court order?
Yeah, it's the whole thing's with courts, man. Like, he thinks he's going to get them on some sort of technicality or whatever. The reason he's doing that stream is not because it matters in any way to the end result. Him spinning around wildly with his phone in his face is not going to stop Infowars from going bye-bye. It's a continuation of the victimhood narrative. He is simultaneously the strongest alpha male in the world, buttressed with the collective strength of 100 hogs he's eaten over the last month, and also the biggest victim in the world. And the machine is coming for him and all of that stuff. Well, no, the machine is not coming for him. You know who's coming for him? The Onion, because the Onion has won the bid in the auction to take over Infowars and get all of it. All their stuff is gonna be theirs. And I think that's awesome. I thought it might be Media Matters. This is even funnier, actually, that it's in the end Onion. I had to check a couple times to make sure that this was not an Onion headline. You know, people make mistakes. No, this is real. And their bid was really backed by the families of 8 victims of school shootings and 1 first responder. It also will have an exclusive advertising deal with the gun control group Everytown for gun safety. In order to make the bid work, the families, quote, agreed to forego a portion of their recovery to increase the overall value of the Onion's bid, enabling its success. Basically, there were other bids that were higher. We don't know exactly who or how much higher, although we do know that right-wingers did try to buy it. And so they were actually willing to give up some of the money owed to them to make sure that the Onion was the one that actually won it. And when you buy Infowars, what do you get? Well, you get the platform's studio equipment, online dietary supplement store, a Teradyne armored truck for some reason, its social media accounts, and even a Winnebago motorhome was up for sale to the highest bidder. And we don't know exactly how much it is. It is going to continue in a new form. The Onion has said that it's going to be changing over to its new content strategy January 2025. I don't know what that's going to look like. I am very excited to find out what they're going to do with Infowars. And we have more, but Jayar, what do you think about this so far?
Again, it was the first thing I thought. I said, let me skip by this because I need some extra confirmation that this went down. The wild swinging around is just, it's almost fitting for the way that it looks like, you know, Infowars and Alex Jones, at least this iteration of him will end. More of the craze spinning and look what they're doing over my shoulder. I feel like this is one of those things that people like glummed onto, and some folks are still mad and said, oh, look, everything you said was true. Okay, bro, but there's this problem. When you've got, again, you've just voted in this crazed maniac again back into the White House, and now people are too busy worried about how much they can kiss his ass or praise him for destroying the country as he tries to implement all this stuff. People are gonna care less and less about Infowars and Alex Jones's conspiracy theories and what more he can lie to people about. It kind of doesn't work anymore. Who are you conspiring against? Who are you talking about the conspiracies are coming for? Yo, you guys got the keys. The content's kind of not there. So people will forget about it, and because they're too busy trying to kiss Trump's ass, it's kind of it's a show without much audience left anyway. It's kind of fitting that it's happening all at this time. I think maybe this is a crazy prediction. It's going to be forgotten about in a year. Like, oh, remember that? Remember Alex Jones and them? Maybe he's doing something. I'm not saying he's going to disappear.
Oh, you know, we're gonna say what he's gonna do because he does have a plan. Yeah, look, I think simultaneously, I think you're sort of right. When you know the crazies have so much power, it's a little bit harder to spin conspiracy theories about how everything's against you when literally the richest man in the world is dumping $130 million. By the way, Elon Musk was not even the billionaire that gave the most money to Donald Trump. People gave more than $130 million. When you have the world's richest people behind you, it becomes a little bit harder to imply that you're some sort of populist upstart uprising. But anyway, another problem for Alex Jones, and that's been around for a few years, he used to be kind of distinct. You know, there's always been wild conspiracy theorists talking about frogs becoming gay and lizard people and Satan and all that stuff. But he was kind of the biggest for a while. now everybody who has everybody can stick their camera in their face and spin around in the middle of a room and say wild things, and many people do. Tucker Carlson does a version of Alex Jones's show. It's everywhere. What he does is no longer unique. It's no longer special. And so even if the chickens had never come home to roost on all the stuff about the school shootings and everything, I think his influence would be significantly lower. In fact, this is probably the thing that's giving him the most notoriety these days. His wild claims about weather control machines and Jewish space lasers, you're literally hearing that on the House floor these days. That's not unique. But the idea that they're coming for me, that still has some cultural cachet. But that said, we do want to let you know he has rebranded, and now it'll be the Alex Jones Network. So he clearly put all of his neurons into coming up with the most creative thing that he had there. But okay, it's Alex Jones Network. And so look, the Onion's gonna be very different. I'm gonna read one little bit from the previous graphic 4, because they're gonna have content. They're not gonna continue everything that Infowars did. Apparently, they are no longer gonna be selling the ground up gorilla bone supplements that they've been doing for some time. So, America's men's penises will suffer now from not having access to that stuff. But they gave an explanation for it, okay, in an official statement by the Onion. They said, as for the vitamins and supplements, we are halting their sale immediately. Utilitarian logic dictates that if we can extend even one CEO's life by 10 minutes, diluting these miracle elixirs for public consumption is an unethical waste. Instead, we plan to collect the entire stock of the Infowars warehouses into a large vat and boil the contents down into a single candy bar-sized omnivitamin that one executive, I will not name names, may eat in order to increase his power and perhaps become immortal. I can't wait. It's gonna be so much better now under the Onion. But anyway, good job. Okay, good job.
What do they do with all the product, right? They do with all this product. They do with all his supplements that people, I assume, some are happy with and want to continue purchasing. Should they keep making money off of this? I don't know what's in it. I'm not familiar with the gorilla bone supplements because I try to avoid those things. But John, you're a supplement guy. I mean, maybe try it. Let us know what's going on.
I have no. You're thinking of processed foods, not supplements. But anyway, yes, I do eat them. There are preservatives, I suppose. Yeah, no, I think they should keep selling them. Honestly, I feel bad to some extent for the men who have been conned into believing that whatever the hell is in those pills is going to help their brain or their junk. But if that money can continue to go directly to the families affected by what Alex Jones did, I'm okay with that personally. It doesn't look like they're going to do it, but oh well.
We'll see. Let's not forget, he had that deposition where he said he's got crazy things that run through his head and sometimes he succumbs to them. I'm not sure people who believe him heard that. That's all.
Also, for a guy that talks as much as he does about cannibalism, I'm a little bit worried about what might be in those pills. He seems to think eating certain things is acceptable. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.